what is it improved in Power Apps comparing to Project Online?
So we could look at this from a technical perspective or from a project manager's perspective. I think from a project manager's perspective, you're no longer meeting these limitations that you saw in Project Online. You can only have, I think it's 5,000 projects or 2,000 projects. It is with sites. You don't no longer have those limitations to how many custom fields you can have on tasks. And we have not unlimited, but close to unlimited calculated fields and roll-up fields, which is a new thing, I think, compared to Project Online. You could not roll data up because there was basically just one level. There was the project and the tasks. Now we can roll up data, so we can tell the system exactly how we want to roll up the progress on the projects, the accumulated remaining work, the planned work, obviously, and the assignments.
Did you guys start using the field-based security and masking of the sensitive data based on variables during the governance lifecycle?
I think that's a very interesting point, because that's something in Project Online. You have a very fixed set of security rules you can set up. You have a couple of groups. You can set up RBS security. In the Power Platform, you can control it. I have to say, we come with a set of security roles out of the box, but you can control it, so you can say specifically what fields do they see, what fields should they be able to write to, which ones should they be able to read to, and you can also inherit security. So you can say, well, for this portfolio, if I assign a portfolio manager, that portfolio manager will have access to all the projects in his portfolio, maybe only with read access, not with write access.
Yeah, I mean, this is I think this is the true enterprise advancement in the Power Apps and Power Platform compared to Project Online. We had to be really creative. I remember those days. We had to be really, really creative in order to accommodate something like this, right? If we talk about quickly the project desktop, right? It still stays. The project desktop is still going to stay, and I do believe this is one of the best dynamic scheduling tools out there. That is average project manager can learn and really get a lot of value from MS Project Desktop. So, and it's been very popular, extremely popular. There's millions and millions of users of that MS Project Desktop. So how would that work with that news, with that Power Apps, and then Project Desktop? Can you give everybody overview of how will this all play together?
So first of all, the Project Desktop is not going anywhere. Project Online is being retired, but the Project Desktop will continue to work. And as you rightfully say, a lot of people is really happy with the desktop, and it does a great job at what it does. Now, some project managers would prefer more of a planner kind of interface, where it's a little bit more accidental project manager that doesn't need a lot of training to use it. But if you need to build, to do construction, build a house, build a tower or something like that, the desktop is definitely still the way to go. Unfortunately, Planner does not support the desktop in the way that you want it to. You can import your plan into Planner, so you can go to Planner and say, I need this particular MPP file imported into my overview, but it doesn't go the other way. So it's kind of a one-way street. You can, start up your plan from a desktop client, but you cannot go back to the desktop client afterwards. Now, this is
Yeah, so I think it's important to mention, like, if you would like to move all your MS Project Desktop schedules to Planner, you can do this, right? And it's fairly straightforward process. Obviously, if you need some help, we can help you with that. But it's a fairly straightforward process. But as far as enterprise and XPM or PPM 365 or other Power Apps, advanced solutions,